Hello my Honda friends, today we're going to be doing a video about my brand new 2016 CBR 500R. Actually, I'm just kidding, this is another Saab video. So hopefully you're still watching at this point, but that's actually my buddy's brand new bike. Helped him buy it, but I actually have some parts. I have a new core support for the Project Aero. These are actually for it as well. These go into here like such. If you've seen the first project video, if you click up here, I discussed kind of why I need to replace that. It's slightly bent, so I got one from the junkyard, and then even I got a brand new oil level switch. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that off to my buddy. And we are going to get another update on the blue Project Aero car. So we're gonna drop him off some parts. Last I talked with him, we have some very good news, so stay tuned for that. Brought you some presents.
Yeah, hopefully this one should go a little bit more straight.
I hope so. I think it is. Here's the oil level sender. I'm surprised I got that so quickly.
I wasn't even ready for that either, yeah.
Right.
I had to order. These were bad on both too. And I wasn't too worried because I could still start it without these. These are your heater core lines and both these seals. So they were bent on this motor. So I pulled
that's the other one.
No, not on yours, my bad. They were bent on the new motor.
Uh-huh.
I pulled them off your motor. Well, the bent ones, when I pulled yours off, the seal was bad. So I was like, okay, I'll just pull the seals off the new motors. Well, both sets of seals were pretty torn up. I couldn't reuse them. So I ordered these seals off eBay. Because they're like O-rings, but they're the flat ones.
Oh, yeah, so you can't just go to Ace Hardware and get it. Yeah.
So I ordered those off eBay.
Okay.
I can still start it without those. Those are just coolant for your heater core.
Huh. Wow, this looks so much smaller now that it's out of the cross member. The trans is off of it.
I had to custom make. It's in my car. I actually had to grind and sand the clutch alignment key a ton to make it fit.
Man, that's crazy. Even though it was, what was it, 21 spline or something you counted?
It was 1 inch by 24.
24.
The key they sold didn't fit that, and then I had to order these too. I guess these are heat shrinked, and you can't do these. I got it today, so that box is. So this.
Oh,
is
you know what? This is for the brake pump.
This is the one I originally broke on the car.
Yep.
And then this is the one that came off the new motor. And I was like, oh, if I can just swap this one hose, you know, I can get that to work.
Yeah,
like,
it's like that
off.
Molded nylon, like a fuel line.
Yeah, I can't get it off.
Yeah, and they break, and that's crazy. Okay, so you had to order a new one of these.
I already have it in.
Okay.
Oh, because the new one, it's the same thing. It's got this fat in right here.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I remember seeing that.
I got the obvious stuff hooked up. Now I'm hooking up all this stuff.
Man, it's starting to look like something now. Yeah, some of this stuff we can look at my other Saab to see where stuff goes.
Yeah, because some of this stuff I'm like,
I don't even
like there's
know.
some harnesses left, and I'm like, nothing over there has any more plugins. So it's got to go somewhere over here.
How's everything been swapping over from the old motor to this motor?
Oh, the harness took me maybe 40 minutes to switch the whole harness over. I mean, I got some torn covers, but the wire's good.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the thing on your oil pan, I mean, I can do that on the car. That's not any issue. Those O-rings for those heater hoses, they come out the side right here. That line right there. So those aren't hard to get to either. I prioritized. Could I put it on when the motor's in the car? Okay, then I'll wait. Does it have to go on before it goes in the car? All right, it's going on now.
Yep. And also this was just hanging, basically. I'm not sure if these were hooked up to anything or not, but I remember whenever they backed over that curb and ripped the front bumper off, there's a bracket and it bolts up, I think somehow to this core support, and I have it at home, but it was tweaked. I have to rebend it. So whenever I dropped the car off, this was just hanging.
All right.
So don't be alarmed if you can't figure that out.
I'm at the slow stage where I'm just moving one piece at a time.
Yeah, putting the puzzle back together.
Yeah, I mean the easy thing, the nice thing is like these tubes. I mean they only fit one way, so like you know where they like. I didn't know.
Yeah,
what
with
went
the
here.
molding and stuff.
And then when I
right.
saw that went there, I'm like, well, that obviously goes in there.
Yep.
Done. Same with some of these connectors. Like, you know, I don't know where this one goes, but I'm sure when I put the fans and stuff up,
It'll make more sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I didn't do. I put the new belt on this, but I didn't do the water pump or the thermostat.
Okay,
Just
that's
because
fine.
I could have, but I was like, it's got a warranty, low miles.
Well,
it's probably
yeah,
fine.
that's. I meant to tell you. I'm like, with it having 73,000 miles on it, just
Yeah.
keep same thermostat, same water pump. Even though I have a replacement, I'll just keep those as spares or something like that.
I only switched this gasket. I still have
The intake,
the original
okay.
one that went bad, and you bought a new one.
Yes.
That's for the injectors. It's over there still in the box. I saved that because I didn't need it. I just had to take this off to get the wires underneath. But
Okay.
and then I switched the harness for the injectors too, because the one on this motor, they looked a little corroded. I mean, they're probably fine, but yours was cleaner, so I threw yours on.
Okay.
If you ever have to do a starter on this car, man, it took me maybe a half hour just to put the starter back in and all this stuff on top of it.
Yeah. So I guess apparently doing a starter requires pulling everything off the front of here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine with the radiators and stuff and the core support. There ain't no way getting kind of around there, down in there.
The front
It's-
end off. Yeah, it's you gotta get rid of it.
Wow. Yeah, they really shoehorn this engine in here.
You know, I hate European cars, but I've noticed that I've worked on more and more of them.
They grown on you?
No. But it's
Well, I mean, mechanically speaking, it's similar like other cars, but it's just stuff maybe more hidden. You know, it's more
it's
steps to
all
get the
hidden.
turbo off.
when
or
you don't know where your
can't
starter,
get the
is
starter
without
off.
pulling the frame out. Yeah. Yeah, that starter's ridiculous. You didn't burn it out, did you?
No.
Okay.
No,
good.
it turned out fine. No,
I was
it-
like, as long as the starter turns.
No, I mean, really, I didn't try too hard to get the car started. Like, whenever the person dropped it off, the battery was pretty much dead anyways. I attempted to start it, see if it got spark. I did a compression test, but outside of that, I didn't really mess much with it, especially after, like, the compression test and once I saw
think-
where it was headed.
These packs are new. Yeah, it said new coils. I can't
Yeah,
see
is
the
there?
rest of
I
it.
know, I was going to say, I saw that before, but I can't read any of that. Definitely coming along. So whenever you lifted the motor back in, did you have the downpipe already on it?
Yeah, I did. It actually ripped my hand open. Yeah, that
Oh.
cat's still pissing me off. Yeah, no, I bolted that whole thing up, and yeah,
Yeah, that is
I had
awkward
everything to go in, ready to go, except for just plugging in wires. That's basically all I have left is plugging in wires, and then some heat shielding on the turbo. And there's some stuff I hate this because like there's threads right there for something to screw in, but on a lot of cars that's for
Like a mount, a
different
bracket or
function.
something?
Yeah, but it's for like, you know, it depends. If it went to this car, you don't need it, but maybe the Cadillac, when it was in the Cadillac,
Ah,
it'd be like-
yeah.
So I got areas where there's holes and, you know, it's not hurting anything. And I don't have anything that goes there.
But it just adds to the mystery
Yeah,
how to
'cause
put
it's
stuff
like,
back.
I don't know what, like, am I missing something or am I good? Yeah, and then I swapped this computer is the one that was in this car.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it will not start if it's the other car.
I
I was
assumed-
surprised that the other engine came with it. Actually, I'm really surprised that it came with that and the turbo.
the turbo,
Especially
I
the
could believe.
turbo.
I figured the turbo, they'd be like, it's extra to come with a turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe the turbo came with it. That oil pan's part of the bell housing too. So I actually have to take out some of the bell housing bolts when I go to drop that pan.
Oh, man.
Which I thought was really dumb. I've never seen that.
Well, now you have Saab.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of firsts after working on a Saab.
Well, I mean, you know, all the stuff I have left is easy to get to, and that was my priority. I'm like, if I can get to it, we're okay. I was like, if I put this in here and I got to pull it back out again just to put on one tube, I'm going to be pretty mad.
Looking good, coming along. Parts pile slowly dwindling down. It's a good sign.
If I was working at the pace I was last week, I could knock it out in a day, maybe a day and a half.
Keep me informed. No rush. I know you're excited to get this thing out of your garage, though.
I am. I really am.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, like that motor, all that's ready to go in my car. I've had that motor for 2 years. It's all ready to go. And then now I've got the money to do it, I got to finish this first.
You either have time and no money, or no time and all the money.
Yeah.
Hey, more motivation to get this thing done, right?
Oh, that's why I was cooking it. And then I bought new CV axles too, because those things, I undid them and just trying to undo the bolt snapped my bits.
Oh, geez.
So the threads were all screwed up. And I thought maybe I could save them, and they weren't savable.
That's fine.
And I could only get these at one place. O'Reilly's, the only place that had them.
I mean, I'm kind of shocked that somebody had them.
Yeah, and then I told them, I said, you know, they're like left or right. And I said, I need both. And surprisingly, I was like, it's the same part, because they're the same exact length, same part. And they had them the next morning.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, they have 173,000 miles on them, so.
Oh, then about time they got replaced anyway.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, quite honestly, I'm amazed that the boots aren't like all blown out, but obviously you can tell it's been on there for some time.
All the heavy hauling is done. It's plugging in wires, plugging in tubes, and it's done.
Yeah, it's just kind of the small time-consuming stuff,
Yeah,
figuring out where everything goes.
Yeah. Fill it with water first, run it, make sure nothing's leaking. Oh, that's good. Drain it, and then I'll put coolant in it. Just because I don't want to waste coolant, spill it everywhere, and have to buy more.
Well, very cool. Well, hopefully the next time I see you, this thing is on its wheels and under its own power.
Should be by the end of this week.
So that is it. That is a wrap on today's Project Saab update. A lot of progress has been made since the last time I did a video, and realistically, I think it's only been about a week's time. So Sean has been putting in work, making a lot of progress, and it's good to see all of that pile of parts slowly dwindle down and turn into something. What's also really cool is the fact that I drive the exact same car that Sean is working on, so if there's any questions where a particular hose goes, a certain wire, how it's routed, in case he didn't get a photo of it when he pulled the motor out, we can just pop up the hood on this car and take a gander. So that's pretty awesome, but I'm very impressed. We're getting down to the end with the engine, hopefully, and then once it becomes mobile, then obviously we'll test things like the brakes and suspension and all that stuff. So be sure to subscribe to catch up on the most recent updates with the project car, and of course I have plenty of other Saab stuff, so it's probably worth subscribing, but you know, I'll leave it at that. But be sure to like the video if you liked it, be sure to share it, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, and concerns. So I do appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you guys and gals next time. Thanks for watching.